Hey, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this video from. Welcome to Dr. Ajay Vibes. Today, another homeopathic episode, another homeopathic video, and I am actually starting today a new series called Homeopathic Drug Pictures. Now, what they do in homeopathy, we have done a lot of intro videos over last 2 months, 8 or 9 videos. Please do go and watch them. If you are new to homeopathic system of medicine, it gives some good idea what is homeopathy, how it helps, and that kind of stuff. But we will be doing more of them as we go on. That's one of the categories, introductory, how homeopathy works, that sort of videos. This is the second series, Homeopathic Drug Pictures, otherwise known as Homeopathic Drug Provings. They do the provings and that develops a picture, and we will go through individual medicines one at a time. It might take a couple of episodes to do just one medicine. We will see sometimes, time to time. So if it is a longer medicine, lot of action, right? We will do in a couple of episodes, a few episodes, but a shorter ones we will do in one episode. Today it's going to be just one episode. This is a excellent, wonderful medicine proven by Dr. Hahnemann himself, who is the founder of this system of medicine, was born on 10th April 1755. That's right, today is his birthday, 10th April 1755, 18th century, right? 18th century. So that's when he was born, and what a phenomena he was, I tell you. He created single-handedly a wonderful system of medicine called homeopathy. Such a blessing to this world, I am telling you. It's a simple, natural healing modality, helps a lot of people with a lot of conditions. Right? On its own, it can help, and sometimes it could be a complementary system of medicine. Right? It complements the conventional help, whatever you are getting, and this can complement beautifully and enable for the person to get a greater health much faster time, right? So today is Homeopathy Day. Worldwide they celebrate, the whole community. It is Dr. Hahnemann's birthday, 10th April 1755. He came onto this planet Earth, and he did a wonderful job. He created a new category of a system of medicine. We will go into lots of, that's my background. I'm a homeopathic physician, trained back in India, and with over 35 years clinical experience now. And I'm trying to see, I do inspirational videos twice a week. So a lot of my friends from around the world, they come to watch my videos, inspirational videos. A lot of new friends, new family, they are attracting to those videos. So those whoever come to watch those inspirational videos twice a week, and with my background, it's my passion, to give to some of them, whoever interested, some background, some awareness about homeopathy system of medicine. What is it, how it works, how it can act on its own, or it could be a complementary or a alternative system of medicine. So that's what I was trained, right? So to bring that awareness, so these videos are exclusively for awareness and educational purposes only, not to treat, cure, diagnose, as mentioned on the disclaimer. That's beyond the scope of these videos, right? But it gives some good idea what what is possible in homeopathy, what it can do, what way it can help any individual, any person, from child to adolescents to a young man to aged person, male, female, right? Even animal population, even the plant kingdom. Funny, these are mostly plants, right? Prepared from plants, minerals, maybe some animal products. But if you feed them to even plants, we see they grow well and better and get rid of some of their problems, right? Even plants have, right? And the animals, excellent healing. Even there are veterinary homeopaths in this world, veterinary doctors, veterinarians, and they are also trained in homeopathy. So they prescribe homeopathics to animals, right? Such a wonderful modality. I am very passionate about this subject. I do these videos on Fridays now. Before I used to do in the weekends, but Fridays from now onwards, right? Weekly one video, could be more as demand increases. Let's see. And 2 inspirational videos, 1 homeopathy video. So today we are talking on a wonderful medicine called Aconitum napellus, or shortly known as Aconite. It's a very simple medicine proven by Dr. Hahnemann himself. He is the founder of this system of medicine, and today is his birthday. This is I have used this medicine for friends, family, and clients, and people I know closer to me. So many times I tell you, this is one of the medicines, if it is indicated, it just helps. Nothing but help, always helps, right? So we will look at it, what it is, just a little bit. Today is my first video of this sort of video. As I said, I did intro videos. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch them. They are on the channel Dr. J Vibes. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, my friends, please subscribe. We need support for this channel. Your subscription means a lot to me, right? And for the whole community who are watching this, because we will get to stabilize this account on YouTube, as you all know. So please subscribe and support me by liking, sharing, commenting on these videos. And let's go into today's topic, Aconite, right? It comes from a family called Ranunculaceae. Ranunculaceae, some may call Ranunculacea, right? Depends on which part of world you come from, right? So that's the botanical name. It's Aconitum napellus, Aconite. And the very important characteristics of this homeopathy, we discussed it. If we haven't watched intro videos, what are characteristics, what are generals, physical general, mental generals, mind generals, modalities, all that stuff, location, sensation, modality, concomitant, etiology. We have done very good foundational work already on this channel. Please, if you haven't watched, go back to those videos and watch them. But let's take a quicker look at today upon Aconitum, right? Now, main characteristics: anguish of mind, body, and restlessness, right? When Aconite, when that vital energy, we discussed about vital force, vital energy, when that is deranged, deviated, now these sort of symptomatology develops. That's the understanding of homeopathy, right? But that leads to all the microorganism, parasites, everything to act upon us, because there is primarily derangement where? In our vital energy system, right? We all of us have that sort of understanding, depend on whichever background we come from, right? And we have a very similar understanding already, right? Besides medical science, right? It's a general understanding, right? So when that is disturbed, one of the symptoms, again, these are all provings. Homeopathy is based on provings. I believe I discussed a little bit about provings. If not, I will go into the topic in the future videos. One of the videos I will go into provings, how homeopathic provings are done. So when this substance aconite, the plant substance, is proven on healthy human beings, now these are the symptoms it produces. Because the way the vital force gets affected naturally and deranges and produces all these symptoms, and when this medicine is given, now it produces similar symptoms, right? And when those two are matched, now you find a medicine that helps with your condition, whatever, right? It's a long topic to go into that sideline again, but we discussed already, but we will go into the topic again and again and again in the future videos. But let's look at Aconitum napellus, aconite, when that is proven on healthy human beings, now this sort of picture it produces. So one of the most characteristic here is anguish of mind, body, restlessness, right? My friends, again, before we dive into a little deeper, this is only for awareness and educational purposes. So please don't watch this video, take information and go and try to experiment on your own health. Please don't do that. You deserve better than that. Please consult a local homeopathy doctor, right? That's what I advise everyone watching these videos. See someone local, and that is the best way, because you get to meet someone face to face, right? Isn't that awesome? So, but what I am doing here is bringing some awareness to my friends who come to this channel and watch inspirational videos, watch these homeopathy videos. Bring some awareness so that you know the scope of homeopathy, what is possible in homeopathic system of medicine. So that is my passion, right? But this won't replace your consultation with your local doctor, a physician, a homeopath. Okay, my friends? So anguish of mind, body, restlessness. Now that is most prominent in this aconite drug picture when it is proven, right? Indicated in acute or recent cases. Something just happens all of a sudden, very acute. They are otherwise very healthy, right? They don't have any problem. They are very healthy. People, individual, a teenager, for example, a young child maybe, or could be an adult, they are so healthy, they don't have any health issues, but suddenly, we will go into little details here, suddenly they develop this sort of some acute problem, a recent case. They call it recent because they don't have any history, any medical history, past history. So it is a recent case, right? Very acute. You know what is acute means, right? It just happened suddenly, right? Not severe, not chronic, right? So it occurs mostly, as I just mentioned, in young persons, young people, plethoric. Plethoric means you can see their face, everything very nice, full of blood, full of life, right? How a young, very healthy young adult looks, right? They look vibrant, right? Lots of, you can see the blood is running and they are fresh and bright and energetic. That sort of nature, plethoric, right? They are young and plethoric, but have kind of a sedentary lifestyle, right? These days that's happening. Sedentary, because you are on the phone, scrolling down Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, reels, Insta, right? So we are leading sedentary, particularly youngsters getting to sedentary lifestyle mode. Now then what happens? They are easily affected by atmospheric changes, right? As atmosphere, some sudden changes, a dry cold air, a wind, right? The season change, it's coming into winter, rainy season, dry cold wind is gusting across, you get exposed the young adult gets exposed, who is very plethoric, energetic, otherwise no health issues, right? And suddenly they develop some kind of problems. We will go into some of them here, right? And that's Aconite time. The time for Aconite helps them, right? Instead of various other, this is simple. We don't want to say certain things for obvious reasons, you know that, right? So when that young adult exposes to dry cold air, the weather change to winter season, sometimes it suppresses the perspiration, means sweating, right? That cold wind suppresses, and that leads to some of these health effects we are going to discuss very fast. I see it's already 15 minutes, my friend, but there was a little introduction because this is the first video. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible, 15-20 minutes or whatsoever, right? But sometimes couple of parts, 2 parts, 3 parts, means over 2-3 weeks, in order to avoid a lengthy videos, right? But if my friends demands, there is a demand, we can do longer videos and have a great time, okay? Please friends, interact with me. Say something in the comment section, what you feel about these homeopathic videos or inspirational videos I do over the week. How are you feeling? Do you have any suggestions for me? Are you feeling inspired? Please say in the comments, right? So one of the things, very important characteristic here is the drug picture of Aconite, great fear. They develop greatest fear. They are very young, very plethoric, very dynamic, suddenly exposed to dry cold air, winter or whatever. Now what happens? Suddenly they develop great fear. They are very healthy, so healthy, but they develop great fear, right? It's very characteristic in Aconite, right? Anxiety of mind. They are very anxious. They become anxious. Nervous excitability. Because of nervousness, they are excited, right? Do you remember, can you recollect seeing people like that? It could be not only youngsters, it could be somebody like me, a 60 plus year old, or in 30s, 40s, 50s, or later, anyone can develop this sort of picture, but this is more prone to youngsters developing this sort of stuff. So great fear, anxiety of mind, nervous excitement. So they are what? Afraid to go out. They are afraid. Sometimes they are homebound, housebound, homebound, whatever you would like to call. They are afraid to go into a crowd. Particularly there is a crowd, they don't want to go there, right? To cross a street, right? Are you getting a feel for Aconite? To cross the street, to go into crowd, to leave the home. They are frightened. They are afraid. Does it happen to you anytime? Were you like that when you were a youngster? Or today, if you are in that stage? But don't experiment with medicine, okay? This is only to show the capacity of homeopathy, scope of homeopathy, that's the right word. What sort of scope? Homeopathy has this scope. Can you see? It can help with this sort of situation for youngsters or anybody else. If they are developing this sort of picture, homeopathy can help. Aconite can help in this particular instance, right? Life is rendered miserable to them because of fear. So much fear, it becomes hard to live a normal life, right? They even predict the day he will die, he or she. The day they die, they predict. It is a bit extreme, right? But I have seen these sort of cases, my friend, in my clinical practice. I did see, right? And but this is only acute. Usually during a something happened, they exposed to a cold weather, they developed a fever or something acute condition, and this sort of mind emotional instability, hyperactivity comes. But as everything subsides, it goes away. It won't remain. It's not permanent, right? But in that instance, if there is some help, Aconite can do a great job. Just a single dose, Aconite 30 or Aconite 200 under tongue, within 5 minutes, I have seen in my clinical practice. They feel so relaxed. They are not same anymore, okay? But we will discuss a little more about same thing, okay? We are going there. So, restlessness, anxiety, great haste. They are very hasty. You know what is hasty, right? They are hurried because they are restless. Particularly with this acute condition, they become, otherwise they are not like that. But now they become suddenly very restless, haste, must change position. If they are in the bed, they are always changing position. Your son, your daughter, or your, could be grandparent, it doesn't matter. Your family member, your neighbor, if you observe, they are constantly changing the position because of restlessness, right? Everything startles them. Startles, you know what startles means, right? Like that. Like everything. Some slight noise or wind blows, startles them, right? That happens in Aconite, in drug picture. Okay, my friends, we in the future we will make these more interesting. I am just starting this experiment. Usually these drug pictures are discussed for only homeopathic community, means practitioners, physicians, students, professions. But what I am doing, I am bringing this awareness for general population, my friends who watch inspirational videos, who come to this channel. I want to bring some homeopathic awareness to them. So I am taking this outside profession. This is a big experiment on my part. We'll see how it goes. Maybe in future I will be able to develop some diagrams or PowerPoint presentations. And actually I can do PowerPoint presentations, but diagrams, some of the skills I yet to practice a little bit. Okay, but we will make these videos more interesting. Please make a comment. Please give me some encouragement. How do you find this so far, right? I need to finish it fast. I see time. It's already about, maybe I spoke 25 minutes or even more than that, right? So everything startles them. Pains are intolerable. They get a pain. I mean, usually we can tolerate pain, right? It's intolerable. If it is Aconite drug picture, if it is matching to that person, they are intolerable. They can't tolerate pain. Otherwise, they are very healthy, young, adult, teenager. Wind blows, a cold air, develops cold or cough or fever or some acute stuff, not too chronic, no, too serious, right? Just something which passes away spontaneously, naturally. But by giving this stuff, it makes it relieve faster. Okay, now they develop pains, intolerable, drives them crazy, right? Because of pain, they are restless. Particularly these problems are more in the night, because cold wind, cold, right? In the night it is cold. So night, but here contrary, even if room is very warm, in the night time, it increases. That is a characteristic, peculiar. We discussed characteristics, peculiar symptoms. Remember in our intro videos? This is one of them, right? So anguish of mind, body, and restlessness, this is the trio of Aconite. We will come across many trios, many groups of symptoms, many they are grouped together, right? This is the trio. This is told by whom? Dr. Hahnemann himself, who was born on exactly this day, on 10th April 1755, right? He said this is the trio of Aconite, right? If you see anguish of mind, they are anguish and means anxious, right? In their mind, in their body, and they are restless, and it is just some acute condition episode due to sudden exposure to a draught of cold air. No doubt Aconite can help. Just a couple of doses, a single dose even, right? So mental anxiety, worry or fear, and here characteristic music intolerable, right? With this acute condition, I gave some picture, right? With that, a person can't tolerate music. So if we are playing music, the person is here, youngster, they say, hey, dad, mom, grandpa, whatever, can you put down that music, please? Stop that. They can't take music, right? So these very plethoric, very energetic, they rise from a seat, right? From here, chair, for example, rise up. Suddenly, the face becomes pale. They have very red, plethoric, energetic, dynamic face, right? Now suddenly it becomes pale, like anemic, sort of, right? But it's only temporary. And they may even become fainted or develop giddiness, right? You know giddiness, right? Again, now these videos I am doing for non-medical community, my friends and family and followers, our YouTube family, not medical community, and I will have difficulty with the medical terminology. I will try to translate and make as simple as possible. Okay, my friends? But if you have to, please look it up on the internet, Google, right? And try to understand. But I will do my best. Okay, my friends? When it comes to medical terminology, okay? So they may fall down, right? Suddenly get up, become pale, fainted, giddy. They may even fall down, right? That's a possibility. Accompanied by vanishing of sight, because this anemic episode, sometimes you may have difficulty with vision. Just for acute. This is not a chronic condition. Acute, right? Temporary. They may even go into a second of a minute of unconsciousness. But again, friends, if this happens, don't experiment with Aconite. That's not the idea, right? It's only for educate. This is the scope. Isn't it telling the scope of homeopathy? If you are new to this, can you believe this sort of scope homeopathy has? And Aconite can help in these sort of conditions? Now, that's the only idea of this video, to bring awareness into community, into our friends and family and our YouTube family, right? Amenorrhea, again, young girls, puberty age, right? Amenorrhea means what? Suppression of menses. Their periods, they always have some trouble, suppression, because they exposed to cold wind, right? Plethoric nature, but it disturbed circulatory system, acute circulatory system. So it suppressed sweat, remember, it can suppress sweat, leading to some of these problems, and it can create amenorrhea, means suppression of monthly cycles, right? Fright, they develop fright. Fear is all over in Aconite, right? Now, congestive stage of inflammation means inflammation. You heard inflammation, right? Inflammations happen all over body. Congestive stage means early stage, there is a rush of blood. Later on, other problems happen in inflammation, but early stages, it is congestion. At that stage, Aconite helps. Can you see the scope of homeopathy? Can you see the scope of Aconite? Now, that's the whole idea of discussing this, my friend. There is wonderful scope, beautiful scope in homeopathy, And today we are discussing a little bit about a drug picture of Aconitum napellus, otherwise known shortly as Aconite. Fevers. So you exposed to cold weather, drought, right? Wind, sudden fever. They are otherwise very healthy. They don't have any problems. That is the background. Remember, in homeopathy, you have to remember whole picture. That's called totality of signs and symptoms. We discussed a little bit characteristics, peculiar, totality in our intro videos. Please do go and watch them. Okay, my friends, we are running out of time. We need to finish. I have just a few more things to cover, right? In fever, dry, hot skin, face red or pale. Remember, when sitting red, getting up pale, and intense nervous restlessness. So fear, restlessness, that's a characteristic of Aconitum drug picture, right? It comes again and again. Tossing about in agony because of, remember, pain intolerable, even the restlessness, even the mental anguish, anxiety, so severe. So they toss around in the bed or chair or wherever they are sitting in agony. Means a deeper pain, mostly in the mind than body, or it could be in the body as well, physical as well, right? And it all gets increased in the evenings and when going to sleep. Everything aggravates, aggravation. We mentioned name aggravation in previous videos. Means increases in the evenings and during sleep time in Aconite drug picture. Convulsions. Teething children, for example, small children, they are teething age, they develop convulsions, particularly febrile convulsions. Convulsions means fits. You know convulsions, fits, right? Febrile means fever. You know this, right? This is common in the children. When they have very high temperature, they may develop some fits, convulsions, temporary again, not so serious or severe fits or convulsions, no, right? But they are called febrile convulsions. Usually we control temperature, they become okay, right? In that stage, Aconite is one of the medicines can help, right? Can you see the scope of homeopathy? How it can help? That's the whole idea of this video, my friends. Okay, not to treat anyone. Okay, so convulsions in the teething children, they develop jerks, twitches of muscles, right? Skin hot, dry, because they may have high fever before getting these fits. So these are febrile convulsions. In the medical terminology called means fits from high temperature. That's all. Okay, we have to just manage fits. Even the cold sponge, we do cold sponge, right? When high fever, doing that will help. And a few doses of Aconite, if it is matching the whole picture, homeopathy has to match the totality, the whole picture of Aconite, but Aconite is not the only medicine for this sort of stuff. We will discuss so many medicines in the coming weeks and months and years, right? So, but this is telling the scope of homeopathy, how Aconite as a homeopathy preparation can help, right? Cough from dry cold wind, croup, very loud cough, more on expiration. You are expiring, cough increases, right? Can you see the characteristics in homeopathy? Upon expiration, cough increases. That is a characteristic that can point towards Aconite. If other symptoms as well as matching the whole picture for Aconite, Aconite can help relieve. Okay, so let's look at in general aggravations. Aggravation means when the problem increases in Aconite, whatever problem we discussed, a few of them, there are more, but all of these increase in the evenings, nights, pains, warm room. Remember, even though cold drought, but even the warm room can increase. That's a characteristic in Aconite. Rising from bed, lying on affected side. If, for example, you are having some problems, pains, whatever on the right side, you lie down right side, your headache or whatever, it increases. So whichever side you have problem, you lie down that side, it increases. Can you see the scope of homeopathy? How homeopathy can help? And the characteristics it looks at? That's what it is, okay? Amelioration means reduction. Even the cold, drought, wind increases, but fresh open air. It's not cold, but fresh and open air, that decreases lot of aconite problems. My friends, I did a lot more than, longer than what I thought. But this is my first video of drug pictures. I hope it gave you some idea about the scope of homeopathy, how homeopathy helps, and characteristics in homeopathic system of medicine, what they look at. If you keep on watching these, you develop some idea, and the whole idea is for you to know the scope, what is possible in homeopathy, so that for you, your family members, your children, your parents, when required, you may consult a local homeopathic physician, a doctor, a homeopath locally where you are located, so that you get far better help. My friends, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Like, share and comment. We will see on an inspiration video next week. Have a beautiful weekend, my friends. Bye for now.